Moral resilience is something that we need to teach our primary school kids. They need to be able to look at TV programs, books, computer games, even adult conversations going on around them and judge it. We can give them these practical cards by which they can grade what it is they are seeing and hearing. They can call it vegetables if it's really healthy conversation, healthy viewing material on TV, etc. Or maybe it's as good as a sandwich, which is also healthy. And then we have some viewing material and content that's like junk food. It's not good for you, it's not bad for you, but too much will do harm. I'm thinking of something like comics on TV, for instance. Then, unfortunately, there's a lot of poison too. Put these signs at the TV and teach your children to stick this with this press stick to the TV to indicate that they think this is poison. I've taught my kids to look away, and they sometimes do that. I've heard them sighing and going, waiting for a rude ad to pass. It's because we started with something concrete like this, where they said, poison, burger, vegetables. They get trained very easily like this. There's also stuff that's healthy, good for us, or even healing, but that's not always a lot of fun to take in. Maybe that is your matric child studying for an exam, watching some review programs on TV. He wouldn't need a sign like this, but it's just an example of something that's painful but necessary, like taking your medicine. Lastly, children need to understand the vitamins of life. These are the really interesting viewing material, but also biblical content, spiritual food. It's like your daily vitamins. Maybe it's your prayer time, your quiet time as a family, or a really good book about missionaries, for instance. Help your children to make sure that they have more of these than of those in their daily intake. Another tool that I find very handy with the little ones to explain how taking all of these things in actually affects our inside is this very simple tool that you can draw for yourself. We know that the way to our stomach is through our mouth, but how do things get into our hearts? Teach your children that firstly, whatever you see will get deposited into your heart and will either leave it clean or dirty. The second door into your child's heart is through their ears. Whatever they hear will stick, and eventually it will come out through the third opening or the third door, and that is our mouths. The Bible teaches us that what the heart is full of, the mouth will overrun with, and that what comes out of the mouth can make us dirty on the inside. You can see that I explain it in very simple terms because very young children can start taking responsibility for what they're hearing and seeing. They can walk away. They can switch off the TV. They can close the book. They can say no to a game on the computer. And if they make a mistake, teach them that their hearts can be washed white as snow by the forgiveness of God. Teach them that principle of grace and confession.